Most of us slept last night. A group of Americans were giving out food, water, and clothes to Haitian migrants on the Mexican side of the border. Fox San Antonio's Yami Virgin has the exclusive video, an interview with the group some call controversial, why they say they were forced to go through Mexico after Border Patrol in Del Rio turned them away.
People in Piedras Negras, just across from Eagle Pass, were a little shocked last night around midnight to see men dressed in these clothes. Black and Hispanic men in a caravan of 12 cars and a rental truck stopped on the other side of the border.
¿O libro? ¿Qué libro aparte? ¿Cuál es el
What
libro?
kind of book? The Bible?
La Reina Valera.
Right, the Holy Bible.
Where you from, buddy?
King James Version.
Where you from? Where you coming from?
Austin, Texas.
You're from Austin, originally from Austin.
Austin, Texas, right.
So where you live?
In Austin, Texas.
In Austin? So you came all the way from Austin to what? For what? To help?
I came out to assist and to help the Haitians because according to the Bible, the Haitians are the Levites in the Bible. The same way the Mexicans are the Issacharites in the Bible. We are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We are really God's chosen people who Christ died for. We are one family, one blood family, saying through blood lineage.
Do you want to translate that for him, please, in Spanish?
Mi maestro aquí dice, es mi Arwan, que nosotros somos la misma gente, nosotros somos la misma nación, son 12 tribus para la nación de Israel. Y hay varios versículos en la Biblia donde dice quién somos nosotros.
¿Saben que esa puede ser quizá la última noche que estén los migrantes aquí? Parece que va a haber una deportación.
They said that there's going to be a big deportation already. This could be the last night that the immigrants come.
Okay, well that's sad, right? Tell them that's sad news to hear, right? At the same time, the Lord has made it possible for the priests, the angels that live on earth, that's us, the angels on earth, to come down to show our brothers and sisters, our Haitian brothers and sisters, that we love them, that we're supposed to gather together as one nation. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Haitians, all of us are one family.
Dice que esto es algo muy triste de oír, pero Dios ha hecho la posibilidad de que nosotros lleguemos aquí y darles el mensaje de la verdad, para que ellos sepan que sí hay gente que los quiere, que sí hay gente que les quiere ayudar.
Amigos, preséntanos a tus amigos.
¿Quiénes son ellos? ¿Cómo son?
Ellos son oficiales.
Háblales, diles que vengan a los demás para que
Slept last night. A group of Americans were giving out food, water, and clothes to Haitian migrants on the Mexican side of the border. Fox San Antonio's Yami Virgin has the exclusive video, an interview with the group some call controversial, why they say they were forced to go through Mexico after Border Patrol in Del Rio turned them away.
People in Piedras Negras, just across from Eagle Pass, were a little shocked last night around midnight to see men dressed in these clothes. Black and Hispanic men in a caravan of 12 cars and a rental truck stopped on the other side of the border, continuing their trip to Ciudad Acuña.
We gathered together in San Antonio. We went to local Costco and Sam's and got the stuff that we need as far as the material, as far as the water, the fruit that we gave out, the Pampers, the wipes, and all of the other things, the toiletries. We gathered that together. We bought that today. We went down to Del Rio. When we got there, Border Patrol told us that we could not give the resources to them. They said that we could only give it to a church that we could donate it to. We said we did not want to give it to the church because the people are not at a church, they are under a bridge.
Thousands of Haitians in need of those items are now going back and forth across the river through a deeper side to find those items for their family. The images of the situation in Del Rio moved the controversial group Israelite School of UPK to mobilize their car caravan when they were allegedly turned away in Del Rio and they headed to Eagle Pass.
Came around to the Mexico side. Now we're in Mexico to give our brothers the resources that we have for them.
After an hour-plus trip, the caravan made it to this park in Ciudad Acuña, traveling through an area with a State Department travel warning level 4 for violence on the Mexican side due to the cartels.
Being in a dangerous situation, that's being Black, Hispanic, or Native American. I mean, our lives are dangerous. We live in the most dangerous communities. We live in the most dangerous conditions.
As far as the group is concerned, the treatment by the Biden administration and the Trump administration towards asylum seekers is all the same.
The Bible says that a house divided cannot stand. It said a house divided against itself cannot stand. One thing that America does not understand is the left wing and the right wing are on the same bird. And if one wing decides to stop flapping, the bird dies. And that's what's happening. Because of the hatred they have for each other, they're killing their country.
And as soon as they got there and were able to give away everything they had brought, it was time to pack up, to go across the Mexican side of the border once again, to go home to the U.S. Yami Virgen, Fox News.
Absolutely. I'm glad you asked that question. We love our people, and there's nothing wrong with loving your people. America was built on the love of their people, and there's nothing wrong with us coming together and loving each other. We are called supremacists because we love each other. So what are we doing that's racist? Feeding our brothers, giving them water. We're not criminals, we're not thieves, we're not murderers, we don't sell drugs, we don't do anything that's wrong, that's against the law. But we're called supremacists. It's kind of funny from a people that kids shoot schools up every day and they're never called terrorists. It's kind of funny for the people that, do all the killing, they're never called terrorists. So, we know about propaganda because, like I said earlier, being Black, Hispanic, and Native American, that's the dangerous, name to attach to yourself. And we're up for the task. You know what I mean? As far as how people try to demonize us, as you see, we're very mannerable and respectful, and we are very professional. And we're very serious about what we do. We understand that there is an agenda out, and they don't want us to be masculine, serious men. And that's where we are. So we're being demonized for being men. We're being demonized for loving our brothers and our sisters. We're being demonized for doing what's right. And our king was demonized for doing what's right. Everybody say they love Christ and they love Jesus, but Christ was killed because people didn't like the righteousness he was pushing. And that's the same thing with us. They hate us because of the righteousness we push.
Let me ask you about tonight. Talk to me about the scene that you're seeing right now in Acuña when you arrive. Who's there behind you? What are you seeing? You're seeing
To be honest, when we pulled up in this park, it was kind of mixed emotions because it was a beautiful thing to us because we teach that we should come together and unify. And what we saw was Hispanics unifying with the Haitians. And that was a beautiful thing to see how they were working in solidarity together. But to know on the flip side, on the back end of it, that it's not, it's not as good as it looked. To us, it's progress to see how we're coming together and starting to have compassion for each other. And we know that it was nothing but the Lord that made it to where we could come and show our solidarity to where now it's Black Hispanics and all of us coming together to show our solidarity with each other. But to talk about the scene out here, it's a horrible scene for anybody, and it's a horrible condition for anybody to live in. And to be perpetuated as being one of the richest countries on the face of the earth, it's no excuse for them to be in this condition at all. It's no excuse. If we, as poor Black men, could come out here and give our brothers and sisters the resources that they need in such a short time, America can do way more. And they showed that with what they did with Afghanistan. Because if I'm not mistaken, Afghanistan people, they will be receiving checks monthly. And I have an article in my phone right now where they said, this is not the norm. We are not prepared, but it is a state of emergency, and we must get it done. Well, being that this is the land of the free, that should go for all people. That's what the Declaration of Independence said. All men are created equal. All men should get that type of love and compassion to receive benefits like that. But we see that that doesn't work when you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American. So, absolutely. Absolutely. And we just saw it. The Lord showed it to us 2 weeks ago. He showed us how they left their own military. They left United States citizens in Afghanistan with terrorists terrorizing them. And they brought those Afghanistan people over here and gave them benefits. If the Haitians were not Black, they would get benefits. Right. This just shows you that there's a perpetual hatred for Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And that's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter how they feel about us. Now it's time for us to come together and love each other. Right. And that's it.
Right.
Let me ask you, the political parties, everybody's been pointing up Trump for the Title 42, the return to Mexico, how bad it was. Now we have President Biden. He's putting them on planes and sending them back also. They're saying that they were not prepared, that they did not know.
I reported myself a month ago that 25,000 are coming from Colombia. So there's no way the U.S. government did not know.
Last night told me
Let me tell you what the Bible says. The Bible says that a house divided cannot stand. They said a house divided against itself cannot stand. One thing that America does not understand is the left wing and the right wing are on the same bird. And if one wing decides to stop flapping, the bird dies. And that's what's happening. Because of the hatred they have for each other, they're killing their country. That's what's happening right before their eyes. And it is nothing that they can do to stop it because of how much they hate each other. Everybody's pointing a finger at each other. And that's fine. Because this place needs to go through what it's going through because of how it treats my people. The way this place have always treated Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is, you get what you give. What goes around comes around. We're going to be here tonight. Really, we're about to get ready to leave after I do this interview. We're going to pack up. We're going to get out of here. But we're in Texas, so we're everywhere. Anytime you need us, you can just call ISUPK. You can contact ISUPK.com, and we're coming. Because we don't say we love you and we don't do anything about it. Actions speak louder than words, and we show action with what we say. So, you know, we're going back home tonight, but we're just a phone call away.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it broke up. I'm sorry. No sweat. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
She's on the thing. It's like it, sir.
Let's go.
You good? This Captain Yatazaq. She was doing an interview earlier over there. She got a different news.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, ma'am.
My brother,
No, fue los videos que te estoy dando a ti. Ok, sí, ahorita lo saco. ¿Qué más vamos a ocupar? Ok, yo creo que van a dormir. Ok, bueno, déjame grabo los videos para cuando se estén yendo grabarlo, para tener, porque nadie tiene... Déjame con llamada.
the government no help. I don't know if you have one relation for...
Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, the government was never designed to help us. It was never designed to help us, and we're really glad that they're showing it to us now. Because for so long we've been looking for them to assist us and give us help. But all along, that help and assistance was never designed for us. Even being from America, the Declaration of Independence, it says all men are created equal. That was written in 1776. But in 1776, our people were in the fields picking cotton. They wasn't calling our people men. They weren't calling us people. They were calling us boys. So when the Constitution was written, it was never even written with us in mind. So in order for them to include us and say that we are created equal with them, they would have to rewrite the Constitution. They would have to rewrite the Declaration of Independence. You know what I mean? So now it's just time for us to realize that we just need to come together. Our people spend $3.8 trillion a year. It's not that we don't have the resources. We just give the resources to everyone else.
How long you gonna be here?
We're about to get ready to leave.
Canal 29 y 4 de San Antonio. 29.
¿Qué otra manera podrían ayudarnos ellos como organización? Porque nosotros somos mínimos, somos...
Va a salir mañana. Sí.
El gobierno
En el transcurso del día máximo sale como las 10 de la noche y 9 de la noche.
Acaban de levantar a unos compañeros de
vienen a ayudar y se retiran. ¿Cuándo vienen otra vez?
Nos acaban de poner...
¿Te puedes apuntar?
En London.
Para cuando vengas me avises.
Is any way where your organization help the people or do something about what the government, Mexican government, do around these people?
Say that one more time. You said.
So what can I do, like your organization, to help these people? For the government, he's not doing nothing.
Ya los están deteniendo para llevarlos
He's taking away to the
a regresarlos a su país.
He's putting some people for the hotels. He put some people from Haiti. Take it out from the hotel and put it in.
Es puro WhatsApp.
Ahorita ya
No
tienen
llamada.
unos camiones ahí en migración, donde los van a reportar.
You say he's got a bunch of buses already, and immigration.
Well, unfortunately, it's nothing that we can do immediately right now, and that's why we came to show our solidarity to help them as we could.
Muy bien. Dice que ahorita no pueden hacer nada. Por eso vinieron para cómo estaba todo. Para que ustedes ellos saben que no están solos.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Déjame grabar. Gracias.
Pues yo creo que nosotros también podemos hacer poco porque pues ninguna de las ni siquiera la administración de aquí está apoyando absolutamente nada.
Any of the government, creo que city or federal,
What we can do is what we did for each other. Is we gave each other something that money can't buy, and that's brotherhood.
Dice que ellos lo que están haciendo ahorita es algo que el dinero no puede comprar. Esa es como la hermandad que puede tener uno con ellos.
Que les ayudes con la migración.
Sí, pero dice que ellos no pueden hacer nada ahorita.
And also, we gave each other the truth. The Lord gave us the truth, and we're giving it out tonight. And you'll see the Lord for the first time in your life tonight.
Dice que Dios les está dando la verdad a ellos, y por primera vez están viendo la verdad de Dios, al haber venido ellos a ayudar.
This is the true spirit of Christ.
Es el verdadero espíritu de Dios.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias como quiera por haber venido y por haberse solidarizado. Y bueno, pues nosotros vamos a estar ahí con ellos hasta el momento en que nosotros ya no podamos hacer absolutamente nada.
She said, Eddie, thank you for you, all the people come over to help the people.
Ya les en la mediodía les quitamos como 15 compañeros que ya los traían en los camiones y se los bajamos, pero solos no podemos. Yo todavía no entro a la administración.
In the middle of the day, see, and somebody else help to pull out from the patrols. Some people take it out from the police.
Pero es poco lo que se puede hacer.
No problem. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you very much.
No problem, man. No problem.
You have something?
It's together.
It's together?
It's together, cousin.
All right, let's go. All right, okay.
I want you to stay strong in the spirit of the Lord. Hey, listen, if you like this tape, hit the like button and share it, man. Hit the share button. Everybody share it to their own personal Facebook accounts. Share this video, man, to wake up brothers and sisters all over this earth. Hit the like button. Check me out Monday night. I'm live every Monday night. I bring the heavy hitters in. We do it up live right on this same channel. I'll see you then, Israel.